Mo, long time no see, missed you, Mo. What do you bring to the table in a marriage? Oh,
I think that, not to be like say or anything, but I do think that I do bring to the table like a partnership. Like I just feel that, no, listen, hear me out. I do think I bring to a deep partnership, because I can't say I bring. I can't say
why,
because you could get that anywhere. Like, but I think that when you involve yourself with another person, you bring to the table that deep connection, that trust, that chemistry that you may not have with others, and you actually, like, it's a business. Like, it's you. Like, I don't, because it's hard. I think that question is hard for women because there's hella women in the world. You get what I'm saying? So we can't say anything that is appearance. We can't say anything. I mean, we can, but I wouldn't say anything that's appearance based, sexual based. I couldn't say that, but I think that I am a team player. So what I bring to the table is that I'm a team player and we're going to succeed as a team. Unless you want to be by yourself. If you want to be by yourself and you feel like you're okay by yourself, then that's fine. But I just happen to be a team player. So I feel like we could succeed and to, you know, build legacy together. And I feel that I'm not, and that's what I want.
You have a portion of your reality of marriage that you follow nonstop without considering that misery's not involved.
Just because
that, go ahead, because
I think that's an assumption. Just because I still want to do it does not mean I don't think that there's not going to be times where I'm looking at my husband like, ugh.
Do you think a deep partnership is worth half?
Like half financially?
Do you think?
If there was a point where I had to put my career on hold to take care of our children to the best of what my husband wanted us to be, or wanted our children, or how our children wanted to be raised, if my husband didn't want them to be raised by somebody else, but wanted them to be raised by me, then I feel like that's a compromise. And I do feel that, you know, like, marriage provides a woman with a certain level of security, because men, when it gets to the trials and tribulations or whatever the case may be, men are more likely to walk away if there are no ties involved. So for me, I feel that if you are not married, then it's like 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Whereas I
think you live in a fairy tale governed by the benefits that ladies derive by the lifestyle of marriage, without considering the obtrusion in our life that men have to consider, or the obtrusion of reality when you look at a Will or Jada situation, or the obtrusion of, and I think like the inability to look at the good as well as the bad. If you just stare and you focus at the good, only truly, as what Will did before he got married, because I guarantee you when he got married back in the day, he would never think that there would be someone 20 years his junior plowing the viscosity of his wife.
If you get married and stuff isn't working out, then you make your own marriage.
That is frightening. Because we could be at year 15, 16, and then you could say, well, no matter what happens, like, oh, your dick don't work no more. You know what? I still need to be stuffed.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm pro-marriage, but I wouldn't be considered the breadwinner. So for me, I'm already aware of the changes that may happen. Let's just say you don't use the contract, whatever case may be. If you're in a relationship, there's a possibility that your partner will have their views on things, and they may decide to change their views on things. That would happen still in a relationship.
You know, the more that you talk, the more that my sirens go off in my head. I understand what you're saying, but at the end of that, what do you have to say? I have to be with someone that will trust that I won't X, Y, Z. And that's the thing. If you're relying on humans and you're trusting humans, what do you get in a contract? 50%, half.
No, because if
don't want to do it anymore.
But I can sign a prenup that doesn't say.
That's what I'm saying. I think what you're saying out loud in front of everybody is that you want somebody who doesn't understand red pill knowledge at all. No. It has to be someone that wants these ideals, this fantasy that Will Smith believed back in the 90s.
Fantasy. Marriage is not a fantasy.
Blue pill Sam?
I think Sam is very logical. And I love that he challenges the whole red pill thing, because I like, in listening to him, I do agree with him being confident in his stance. But I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. I really hope that the ladies join, because I don't want this to be a gang up, but I will try to be.
Boogie in the building. Boogie! What's good, bro? How are you, man?
I'm good, G. Just chilling. Now, I agree with Mo. People change. Okay, there is no way somebody is going to stay loving you the same 30 years down the road. People change. And then, with that being said, I'll agree with MTR. What's the point of signing a contract if you know someone is going to change? You know what I mean? It's a contract. If it's a contract, that means nothing should change unless unless you're terminating the contract.
Yes.
But if we are looking at the business and we sign this contract and we say, this is how it is. For example, look at Dr. Dre's situation. She's talking about irreconcilable differences. So you're telling me for 24 years, you were a unicorn, and now all of a sudden you've changed your mind. But we signed this contract. So why are you changing your mind? It's a contract. Let's stick to the terms. You know what I mean? So with that being said, what's the point in getting married? As men, we have been taught to chase, to pursue, to believe in marriage, to never take no for an answer when a woman says no. There is a man out there in your friend zone right now, Mo. You have people in your friend zone that you say no to, but they're still dying to get your love. Because as men, we are taught, if Mo says no, keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. Agree. We believed marriage was everything. We believed a woman was everything, the end all be all. Now we know better.
That's what blue pill is.
That's what they call blue pill.
Oh, how are we raised though?
What you mean, women?
How are we raised? Because
you are raised to manipulate men to get what you want.
In my generation, we were raised that if we want a man, then we have to conform to certain things that a man does.
Which generation is that? Millennium? That's not true.
I think okay.
You are raised to manipulate a man to get whatever you want. I can get any money I want. That's what you're taught. Yes. Women start being manipulative in elementary school. She says hi to you because she wants you to buy her a lollipop. You are born like that, because if you are not subconsciously manipulative, then there's not going to be reproduction.
Why do you think I want to simp because of my views?
Because you want someone that goes along with this historical view of marriage.
No, the only thing that I hear that there's the big old disagreement, you just don't want to sign your money away.